Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. I'm going to let you spend some time with me today. I set the camera up as I was getting some things done, and you can come and hang out with me. If you're new, I'm Tiffany, and this is our small town life. We live in a small town in Alabama in a double-wide mobile home on a 1-acre homestead, and we share our day-to-day life with you. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to take a minute today as I start this video. Well, first off, let me tell you what I'm doing here. I'm opening a package that I got. I had ordered this. This is the first thing that I ordered off a TikTok shop. I don't know if I can link it. Maybe. We'll see. But it was a box full of all kinds of scrub daddy things. Scrub daddies, scrub mamas, sponge daddies, scour daddies, all kinds of things. And it was less than $30 for that whole box, which I thought was a pretty good deal. So I was opening that up and looking through those, and then you're gonna see me doing a Copycat pink drink, the Starbucks pink drink right here. I made a homemade simple syrup, putting a little bit of that with some cran strawberry juice and some unsweetened coconut milk. And y'all, this is so good. You'll see me drinking it. The little boys came in and wanted to try it. It was really good. I did about a tablespoon of that simple syrup and then 2 parts juice to 1 part coconut milk. Delicious. And then I took some of our dehydrated strawberries and added it in for a special touch. We'll be making that all summer. What I was going to tell you though is, as we get into this video, I wanted to take a moment to say thank you. I've been reading through comments, and I always read comments. I read every single comment, and my heart has just been so full, and just so much appreciation for the fact that you come and you watch our videos and you keep up with what our family's doing and what we've got going on. You encourage us, you encourage me, and I could never tell you thank you enough for watching these videos, for the support that is for our family, and just the encouragement that you give me. What a blessing it is to have each and every one of you in our lives. When I started a YouTube channel all those years ago, one of the things that I was really hopeful and prayerful for was a community, and we have that here, and it's so special because of y'all. So I wanted to take a minute as I started the video and just tell you thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for supporting our family. I'm going ahead and getting started by cleaning the laundry room, sweeping, wiping down the washer and the dryer, and getting some clothes going. I've been trying to focus on one room every day, and so on this day I'm working on the laundry room. I also wanted to point out that new cat litter box. That is an automatic cat litter box that was sent to us recently, and I love this. It makes the chore of taking care of the cat and the cat litter so much simpler. Cat litter is one of those things, it's one of those chores that nobody really wanted to do, but it needed to be done, and this litter box has made that so much easier, and we really don't have to think about it that much. Once a week, you just change out that bag that you saw me change out there. I'll show you a close-up of the litter box here in just a minute, but it is a self-cleaning litter box, so it notices when the cat enters, and then it sifts the litter afterwards. It has, you need to use a clumping cat litter, and it will sift it, and it will dump the clumps down in the bottom. It runs an exhaust fan, so that cat litter smell is gone, and everything just stays really clean and fresh. It will let you know if you need to add any litter, which is what I'm doing here. And you can actually control this from your phone as well and see all the information from your phone. You can see some information about your cat. You can see the litter box, how much litter is in it, all kinds of cool things, and even operate it from your phone or from that screen on the front like you see me doing here. I will say we have an older cat, and so something new always takes a little bit of time. She's a little set in her ways, but it's worth the effort because this makes the chore of taking care of cat litter so much easier. You don't have to see a dirty litter box. You don't have to smell a dirty litter box, and you don't have to constantly be cleaning it. This thing right here is amazing. I will link it down in the description box so you can check it out. If you have an indoor cat, go check it out because this has been a game changer. All right, into the kitchen now, and we're gonna work on some bread. I'm using the milk and honey loaf that Tamara at Southern Wife Everyday Life makes often. I'm using that recipe, and we're going to split it and do a loaf of bread, and then we're gonna do 6 bagels. Got a little helper, and y'all, I got so tickled watching this back and looking at the little faces he was making into the camera. I love this recipe for sandwich bread, slicing bread. It also makes really good bagels. My favorite bagel recipe is my sourdough bagels, but if I'm ever making a loaf, it sure is nice to just be able to make one big batch and split it and make the bagels. And you'll see, I made 6 bagels, and by lunchtime, they were all gone. So they're obviously a huge hit. Something that I have found that I really like to do is turn the light on in my oven. There's no temperature, no heat, just the light, and let my dough rise in there. It just works really well. I'm also going to tidy up as I go, clean as I go, so that it's not too much when it's all said and done. My counters needed to be wiped off anyway, so I just took care of the mess we made as we were getting the bread together, the bread dough together, and just kept wiping my counters, wiping my stove top, and getting things done. I hope that when you leave this video today, you've enjoyed the time that you got to spend with me, and you also feel encouraged in just taking care of those everyday tasks like cleaning a litter box or wiping down some counters, letting your kids be involved in making some homemade bread. Those tasks, while they may feel small and mundane, those are the things that make up a beautiful life. Just being able to do these things every day, make a home. It's not just a house that we live in. We're taking the time to make it a home and to raise a family. And those mundane everyday tasks, while sometimes we can get discouraged and things in it feeling like we're just doing the same things over and over, those are the beautiful things that make a home, that make a family, and make a beautiful life. What are some of your favorite lunches, and what are some of your kids' favorite lunches? This right here is, like, as my children have been little, this has been their favorite lunch. A snack plate with like pepperonis, string cheese, banana, fruit snacks, just taking some of those things, putting them all on a plate. That's been their favorite thing. Even as they get a little bit older, I find, even my teenagers enjoying a snack plate for lunch. Okay, time to shape our bagels and go ahead and get them in their baking soda bath and bake them. And then the loaf, we'll let it rise again. So I'm just splitting the dough that we made. I got out my new cast iron loaf pan. This was my first time using it, and I love it. I love all of my cast iron. My new cast iron that I got when we were on our way back from Tennessee. I'll link that video in case you haven't seen it, but I picked up several pieces of cast iron at the Lodge factory store. I was able to get a really good deal on them because they had a whole section that was seconds. So there were some minor flaws in them, but it didn't actually affect the cast iron itself. And so we got a really good price on them, and I was able to stock up on some more cast iron. And this was my first time using the loaf pan, and I loved it. I also have these bagels on the cast iron baking sheet that I got, and I did go ahead and line it with some parchment paper just because I'm really working on building up a good seasoning on it still. But I felt like it heated things very thoroughly and evenly, which I love. That's part of the beauty of cast iron. I did half of these bagels with everything bagel seasoning and the other half with cheese. That's our 2 favorite ways to make bagels. And then here's that loaf of bread after it came out of the oven. Something I've started doing is using a thermometer and checking the temperature. I want to get it to like 200, 205. That's the texture and the doneness that we really prefer and the way we like it. There you go. All the bagels have disappeared. That's what we ended up having for lunch, the older kids and myself. And there's the eggs. The boys did chicken chores for me. We've had so much rain, so they're a little muddy, but beautiful nonetheless. And there's that bread. I thought I would show you our dinner. I made some fried okra, cranberry meatballs, rice, and then we'll slice up that bread and have some of it with it. Isn't that gorgeous? I feel like the cast iron really did something special for this bread. Plus, it's a very good recipe. That always helps, right? We'll end the afternoon with some gosling snuggles. I've loved having these geese, y'all. They make me smile. They're just precious. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.